Hello, my name is Matthew Fu, and I was asked to share my experiences about Steambox. So first off, some quick facts about me. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. I graduated classical high school in 2014. I'm now a junior at UMass Dartmouth, and I'm going for a bioengineering degree. So I'm just going to answer a few questions. First question is, what makes you want to learn? Learning is really fun. You can learn anything you want, and with now the internet and YouTube, it's basically at your fingertips. You can learn how to cook, you can learn how to do homework in some of your classes, you can learn basically anything you want. Dancing, business, engineering, and Steambox is actually a really good place for you to learn. When I was in VIPS, there was programs such as engineering. There was mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, and then aerospace engineering. Not all at the same time, but it was like segments throughout the year. I believe there was also web journalism, and you can learn many things. For instance, I learned how to make a solar powered charger out of an Altoid box. That was the first thing I learned. That first thing I actually made at VIPS. There were also some things we did with LEDs, and we also sent a weather balloon in space.
All right, cool. Tenen, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What makes you want to learn?
What makes me want to learn? What makes me want to learn is when I see like really passionate and dedicated teachers. That's like the best thing in the world. Because, I mean, you can learn from anything. It doesn't mean you're gonna keep the knowledge, right? But if you learn from like someone who's like really cares about what they're teaching and preaching, it's all the more better. I don't know. I like that.
Why is Steambox a good place for that?
Because Roberto is like a teddy bear. He's really funny, and he's really passionate about what he does. He doesn't take it like, oh yeah, do whatever you want here. I mean, it's a safe space, so you can throw in ideas, but at the end of the day, it's his project, and he holds it dear to him, and he makes it like there's like obvious progress.
It's my project?
Well, it's our project. Well,
Who?
yeah, we do own you. I fire you 24/7.
Yeah, I was about to say, out of all my students, who has fired me the
It's
most?
our project.
Hi, my name is Ian Rosales. I'm 20 years old, and I am an alumni, or once a student, also a teacher at Steambox. What makes you want to learn? And I think my thirst for knowledge really came from my dad and my grandma. Um, they were always pushing for me to get my education. Coming from another country, you know, um, not many opportunities, especially not growing up in the 70s and all, also all the racism and a lot of the sentiment towards people who were immigrants. I mean, today we have the same thing. Um, but they always highlighted how important school was and how progression was very, very important for myself, for my community, of helping people. Um, And it was a different thing for Steambox because it was that bridge that actually built a way between technology and people.
Hi, my name is Danielle Garcia, but everybody here refers to me as Danny.
I have questions for you.
All right.
What makes you want to learn?
It depends because I want to learn no matter what. But it's like if the class is like really exciting, like if the teachers are like mad lit and everything, it like makes me want to learn even more than I already want to learn.
What makes a mad lit teacher?
A lit teacher would be like a teacher that would like he knows like how it is, like he understands or she understands like how it is for the students that like because I'm around the kids around all the time that are like they're the ones that people look at like, oh, these are the bad kids, these are the kids that they're not really going to get anywhere in life because they don't care. When you see a teacher that relates to them, knows how they are and everything, and like can find a way how to learn with them, like talk their language and everything, then that's a lit teacher because the teacher, they're trying to like in a way, um they're trying to like they're trying to understand how you learn so that they can make it better for you.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Galvin. I am a senior at Jorge Alvarez High School.
Jeremy, what makes you want to learn?
Well, the thing that really makes me want to learn at this school is that. Oh, I don't know. I think the thing that makes me want to learn is that I strive for courses such as AP, which are advanced placement, and they're not the average classroom that you would have. There are these basically college courses that you take in high school, and they're much more interesting than the ordinary classroom. I personally am taking AP Government, and it gives you more flavor than what the actual history classroom would give you.
My name is Oscarina Pepin. I'm a 10th grader. I'm attending to this program named Steambox. And let's see what question do they have for me.
All right. What makes you want to learn?
What makes me want to learn? It depends. There's different subjects that I learned that I like to know about it. Like, to going to college, I was thinking having biology class, but then when I met this science teacher, and we were doing biology, I was like, no, I'm not taking biology for college. I don't like the class. I don't like the subject.
So you don't want to learn biology.
Nah.
What would make you want to learn?
Makes me want to learn. I want to see where do I get to go on learning. Like, I want to see if I can go all the way high or if I can go more and more. I want to have like a lot of stuff in my head so I can use. So then the people will say, oh, damn, she's smart.
Nice.
Hello, I'm Dariana Pena, and I'm a 10th grader in Alvarez High School, and I'm part of this program called Steambox.
Dariana, what makes you want to learn?
I guess somebody who teaches me well, I guess, because everything becomes fun if the person who teaches you is a fun person or is like very good at teaching it or something like that. I don't know. I most likely learn more with fun teachers.
Not Roberto and Steambox. Name somebody else in the school who's good at helping you learn. Would that be teachers?
Miss Chavez.
Miss Chavez?
Mhm.
Why Miss Chavez?
Because like she it's like she makes a laugh, but like also the way she teaches us, like it's not like, oh, here, have a paper and a piece of book and a piece of paper and do this, or just write this down. It's more like, oh, do this in the computer, then let's do this together, and like stuff like that. We rotate a lot through stuff like that.
Nice.
So my name is Jose from George Alvarez High School, and that's
What Jose, what makes you want to learn?
what makes me want to learn is the fact that we have many projects that involve all around the world, and that always interests me in many ways because I'm always learning new things about what we do in the world.
Why is Steambox a good place for this?
Steambox is a good place because although we don't get more into the world topic, we get more into ourselves. We always find something to do, whether from students giving us suggestions or finding a group topic to.
Why is Steambox a good place for learning?
It's a good place for learning because like you don't really feel like you're learning, even like you're learning something here, but like you actually are. Like you'll be like, yeah, I'm fine hanging out with my friends, but you're actually learning something every single day you're here in Steambox. Like, oh, how to do this, oh, how to do that. Oh, want to make a hologram? Let's make that. It's like people things you like things you don't really think about too much. But if somebody comes and asks you, how do you do this? You'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this in Steambox.
When have you felt successful learning Steambox? Yeah, I used to go to VIPs and used to volunteer in the programs with my friends. And that's when I learned the most. There was instructors there who went over the things that we were going to do that day, and you could ask questions. It was really, really fun to do.
Why is Steambox a good place for learning?
Steambox is a place. Okay. So, Steambox is a program the same students are their own bosses, right? So like they don't say to you, okay, we're going to learn this and that. No, they say, okay, we want to learn that, and then Roberto, he will say, okay, I'm going to see if I can do that, and then the next day he will say, okay, we're going to learn that. So like we are learning on our own stuff that we want to learn.
Why was Steamboxing actually a good place for learning? And I think Steamboxing is an amazing place for learning because it integrates its youth directly into the environment. It brings them into the field. It brings them into the midst of everything. When you come to Steambox, you know that your aspirations will be heard. You know that your dreams will be heard, that your next goal is everybody's goal. And that makes learning better for everyone, realistically.
When have you felt successful learning at Steambox?
Anytime you do media work, that's when I feel like I have the answers to everything. I don't know, I feel like it's like a high chair that just says, this is my throne, like this is my like spot, like I belong right there. I don't know, it just makes me feel really good when we do media work. Anytime I see the podcast and how it's going, that makes me feel really excited. Because I can say so many things, so many topics you could just talk about. And then knowing that people listen to it, it's really cool.
Why is Steambox a good place to learn?
Steambox is a good place to learn because it's not where, you know, you would get notes and they would just teach you like that. It's you learn from the experiences that you also give out. It's really your own kind of program, and I like that because you don't really get that everywhere. You get to thrive just being in your environment where you feel comfortable.
Cool. Ready? Why is Steambox a good place to learn?
Steambox is an amazing place to learn. It's like the best place ever because Roberto's like this person that like he gets people's attention in ways that like teachers, they're like supposed to be professional about it. Roberto's professional when he has to be. Otherwise, he's just like he's a complete goofball. He's crazy. He speaks our language like students would, and he went to the school we went to, so he like understands that some of these teachers are crazy. Like they don't relate to us. So he just like tries to make it entertaining for us all the time.
When have you felt successful learning at Steambox?
I felt successful when we built the hovercraft suggested by myself because that made me think that I can be something that I would never think and accomplish it.
Did you write it? Did it work?
Yes, it did work and it just felt awesome.
I felt successful being here in general. We built a project called the Arcade Cabinet, and it was just pitching in help from many of the students that come here at Steambox, not just myself. And just seeing how we could create something.
Few resources?
Yeah, few resources, just teamwork and all that. It was fun building it. It wasn't just like this rigorous task where we would come in and we would work. We would laugh, we would have fun, and we would start building. And we would each get to put, you know, our emotions into what was known as the Arcade Cabinet.
When have you felt successful learning at Steambox?
When, oh my god. So this time last summer, I feel so accomplished when I had one of my dreams come true. That was going to Japan. So like when I went to Japan with Steambox, it was so amazing. I really like doing that. So because of Steambox, I went to Japan. So that would be like one of my dreams.
When have you felt successful learning at Steambox?
I remember doing media when we would talk about like stuff about politics. I'm not like a very like I'm not a person that like looks stuff up on the phone a lot or something like that. Or like I'm always like very oblivious to everything that's happening on the world, and like I'm just like I don't know what's going on. And then you guys started talking about like presidential election and what this and that happened and stuff like that. And I feel like I get to know more about the world with you guys.
What problems would you like to solve?
Like in the world.
Answer that question however you want. In your life, in the world, however you want.
Well, I would like to solve. Okay. I would like to solve the problem of sadness, I guess, depression, because like I have friends who sometimes get depressed sometimes, and like I feel like I can't do nothing for them. Like I try to help them, but they're always like, and like I try to help them, but I just can't. And like I hate when like my friends are having a problem and I just can't fix it no matter how much I try. And like I feel like I'm not up for the job, so I feel like I want to work more on stuff like that.
What problem would you like to solve?
What problem? So last year and this year I have learned that there's some students that are having struggles on their home, right? And that is being affecting them on the study. So I want to learn, like I want to be a psychology to see if I can help students that are having problem with in their home and school, to see if I can help them. But I want to be really two types of psychology: criminal psychology and then psychology normal, where help students that need help.
What problem would you like to solve? I think a problem that many of us has is that we worry too much. By that I mean we tend to dwell on the past or stress a lot of things about a single test we have the next day. And I don't know. I think it's kind of a problem where we just keep dwelling on the past, and when in reality we should just be living in like right now and just have fun. Basically you can do anything you want right now. Why waste it thinking about something that you can't change or something that you can't control anymore? What you can do right now is, if you maybe fail a test, you can change that, go to Steambox and get help with what you need to do and then do better on the next one.
Tell me one problem that you'd like to solve.
One problem I have to solve. I hate that people don't feel like they have to stand up for themselves and other people. That's one problem that needs to be solved. Like, I feel like we meaning all of us, like, we're for each other. My life is my life, but I feel like my life corresponds to your life. So if something's going on with you, I have the obligation to stand up for you. I can't just like, I don't know. And you have to speak up. You have to make sure that you're being heard. And I don't like that some people don't know that.
Here it asks, what problem would I like to solve? And I'd like to get rid of pessimism. And I say this because pessimism leads to doubt, leads to negative thinking, it leads to monotonous thinking, and ultimately it leads to depression. It's an unsolvable problem, trying to solve pessimism. It's pretty much how people feel, but that's a part of the great pursuit of a dream. How do you cure pessimism? My answer to that question is, I think it's through developing adults who act in a capacity that will inspire people to go to new heights and to build great big things that astound everyone around us. And what better way to do that with doing it early and really developing a teenager into an adult who is willing to go the lengths for new things, for new ideas, for new adventures.
What problem would you like to solve?
A problem that I would like to solve is the whole racial part. Because although we have a lot of cultures, many cultures have great ideas within people and just in general. In this school we have a whole lot of variety of students whether they're Asian, people from the colored group, and much more that we can also bring to this project.
What's your favorite memory with Steambox? You already said the hovercraft, so give me another one.
My favorite memory was building the guitar from the Makey Makey. It was probably like the best feeling you can ever have, playing and making your own little creation.
You were a legend for that until your brother made
Yeah.
a controller out of a plastic spatula last
Yeah.
week, which was pretty awesome too. What's your best memory with Steambox?
Best memory with Steambox. It would have to be traveling. Comic-Con, Anime Boston, just traveling and getting out of Rhode Island. That's always a fun experience. I think everyone should have the chance to travel. Personally, just getting away from Rhode Island and going somewhere new. Downtown, even though that's only a few minutes away from here, Boston, you get to see all these people who have their own unique personality, and they get to cosplay and they get to dress up as their favorite character from anywhere. And it's great because you get to see how much effort and time and affection that they put into these costumes. It's crazy.
What's your best memory with Steambox?
Best memory. Going to Anime Boston.
Anime Boston
Yeah.
is your best memory with Steambox.
Yeah.
What'd you like about Anime Boston?
I like how the people dress up, the costume that they have. Like some people had their own costume that they made, and then some people had like they bought the costume, but they kind of made it and bought it.
But I think my proudest moment was when I came back for a couple of days of vacation, or leave, as we call it in the military. And he had asked me, hey man, I really want you to come in and talk to like my students. I think you're a really good writer. It was a proud moment to watch my students really listen to me and really take in my advice. You know, I had shoes to fill.
What's your favorite memory with Steambox?
My favorite memory is when I first came to Steambox. Because the anxiety of fitting in, but knowing that you already fit in, and then like trying to be cool with everybody, and like all these programs thrown at you, and you're like, you feel like a newborn. It's like, oh my God, so many new people, and you have to figure out what you want to do and what you like, and then and then you just find that one area where you really like.
What was the first thing you did with us that you thought was really exciting?
The first thing I walked in on was media.
Okay.
So it was like with the anime stuff. But then, like, when you told us that there was gonna be like poetry, and to know that you were listening to me was really crazy because I didn't think but the fact that there was gonna be poetry thrown in, and then we made our own website. That was like, I felt like that's like I have to take this home with me. I can't just like forget this.
Nice. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
What's your favorite memory with Steambox?
I think it will be Anime Boston. Yeah, and like also normal days with you guys are pretty fun. And it's just like I feel like I get to like hang out with you guys. Like you guys are my friends and stuff like that.
Last question is best memory with Steambox. I think my best memory with Steambox is sending a weather balloon into space. I thought that was really cool. I believe John Yunez was the one who the leader of it, and he did a lot of research, and me and my friends, we helped out, and it was months in the process, but it was pretty worth it. And with this weather balloon, we had a camera inside a box that was weather resistant, and as it goes up, it won't freeze, keeping the camera safe. We went to Springfield, Massachusetts, and we spent the whole day there, just setting it up, and it was really cool.
My best memory with Steambox, and I think my best memory with Steambox was when Rob had told us that we were going on a trip to Roger Williams University, and we were going to go visit their law program and talk to some of the students who were facing tremendous challenges. And realistically, I wouldn't even want to repeat their stories because they were so heartfelt. and I don't want to take away from their stories. But from what I took from that day was a little bit of pizza, of course, but because free food is great whenever you're in a program, but was that I could follow my dream of becoming a lawyer if I only worked hard enough, no matter what challenges I had faced. And today I am a paralegal for the United States Marine Corps, for 5 different attorneys in the defense section right now. And it's liberating. It's liberating to be able to correlate past experiences with things that are happening right now, and just being able to do that. I have to give thanks. I have to be grateful for Steambox and the people that I was there with.
Is there anything else that you want to say?
I think if it's one thing that you should take out of Steambox, it should be yourself. Because although that does sound like a cliche, all of us here at Steambox are unique. None of us are like the other, and we may have similar views, but all of us are unique in our own way.
And he did that. He did that from the beginning, from when I met him. He hit the ground running. He hit the ground running. And he was willing to share his ideas. And he was willing to, put us into the mix. And I think that's exactly what Steambox was based off of. Hit the ground running. So the next person is willing to listen and is willing to really capture your idea and make it into something real. So I always felt successful at Steambox.